we've got all the remaining Wave 7 2-packs! So today for our Beyblade show, the one and only Zankye has these 2-packs pre-laid. Really cool though that we got all the remaining ones finally. There is the ODAX and Surtr 2-pack, the Dragoon and Dranzer 2-pack, and lastly the Istros and Gaiaon 2-pack. 2 of them are Hasbro exclusives, 2 of them are Old Gen Beys. I've been anticipating this a lot. We'll have QR codes and everything, we'll do some battles, but let us progress. So we're gonna go one by one. Our first 2-pack, which is actually one I was really excited to see that we're doing these bays. It is Dragoon, Storm, and Dranzer Dranzer Spiral. Really awesome that they're doing these bays. I will point out the elephant in the room in a second. There's the front of the packaging. There's the bottom of the box, I guess, since it fell down. The cool detail I like regardless. I like how for the verses, they have versus legends there to indicate, you know, these bays are like old and everything, and they remade it into bursts. So that's, I guess, a nice detail that they have. Let's take a closer look at the back. So we've got Dragoon Storm, we've got D05, which is Wing, and then we got our driver, which is TA05, which is Extreme. We've got Dranzer Spiral, Energy Layer Dranzer Spiral, our Forge Disc, which is Spread, and our driver, which is TV03, which is Unite. And what a lot of people have pointed out, and I was like, what are you doing? So a little confused, because before I thought it was going to be Liner, but the original driver is Trans, right? They put Unite on this, so I'm like, I don't know about that. Regardless, you know, it looks nice. I'm at least happy they did it. I don't know, maybe they'll release some sort of like dark blue Trans and some random bay in the future so we can just have that paired. Kind of weird too, right? Because like, I don't want to nitpick, it's just kind of weird how like the Extreme driver or performance dip, instead of it just having like black or whatever, it's just all white. I don't like, even if it wasn't blue for the bottom, I would have preferred it to at least have black or something. All white kind of looks weird to me. But, you know, we're gonna open this, go over the bays, quickly compare, see if there's any real differences, QR codes, and we'll go to the next 2-pack. So let's start off with our first bay, which is Dragoon Storm. Positive to this one is that not only is it an attack bay, but it also rotates in the left rotation. And as we have the actual TAKARA TOMY layer, it's pretty much 100%. They only had to remove the letters for the actual base saying Dragoon and the Japanese text inside, which, and then like, in all honesty, I don't really care too much. Just some small text, but whatever. They did it with Metal Fusion too, so I'm not really that surprised, nor is it really that much of an issue. Wing is the same for both. This one's just Shiner because it's new. And then after, we've just got Extreme, where it's all white. Again, just a pet peeve. I just wish maybe it was anything else but white, maybe black even, just to match it, but like, do I actually care that much? Not really. Just wanted to point it out. So QR code right there. So if you want the QR code, pause and scan. So this was our first bay. Let's move on to the next bay, which is Dranzer Spiral. So let's get to this bay. So pretty much the exact same thing. The only difference now this time is actually with the driver. It's not Trans, and I'm like, why Unite? I don't know what they have against the Trans driver. I wish it had it, but whatever. I guess I'll probably just use some extra Trans driver that I have. I do hope they do release sort of like the same color scheme of this in the future. But yeah, and again, just the text removed, but is that really like a big enough of a difference for it to be bad? No, it's not even bad. The only thing I would say is just the driver I'm not really a fan of. But regardless, QR code if you want to see it. Awesome. Let's show the 2 bays assembled. We got both of these out of the packaging and assembled now. So other than like, it's literally just the drivers for these 2 that just irks me a bit. But if I'm gonna give this out of 10, since we're going through 3 2-packs, I give this like a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, slopes for both of them are very like, I guess weak. Not really surprised though, because the actual bays, they aren't really like too tough. Oh, especially Dragoon. I'm expecting like the same results for the Hasbro one to burst pretty easily, but I don't know. So we're gonna move on to our next 2-pack. We're at our next 2-pack, which is Surtr S2 and ODAX O2. So the cool thing about this is that Surtr is a Hasbro exclusive bay. Now we saw these bays in the New York Toy Fair of 2018 and I love it. Just the content that Hasbro can have their own exclusive bays, and it's really cool. Obviously they're not gonna have necessarily new parts other than obviously the lair, but just like, I like the design for all of these, and we finally have the last two. So what? It's Orpheus, Hyris, Diomedes, Tyrus, Istros, and Surtr. That's everyone. Wow. I hope in the future that maybe we get some custom Switch Strike, because at least if we're not going to get, you know, Zutron or Kirbyus or even like Moricalcum or a lot of other bays like Artemis and Apollo, I at least hope we can at least maybe get something like that, because it'll be interesting to see what gimmicks they could possibly have. But yeah, so there's the front. Surtr is an attack type and ODAX looks to be a stamina type. So if we just go to the back, we have got our parts. We've got Surtr S2, the Energizer Surtr S2. We've got spread for the disc. We got our driver, which is really odd. It's just Quake. We got ODAX O2. It's got D12 vertical, and after our driver is claw, our performance dip. So looks pretty cool. Let's open this now. So now we have ODAX O2. I want to start off with this one before I get to the exclusive. So this is actually what I think is the perfect way to describe these 2-packs. The layers are amazing, and the parts are just sort of random. Like, the 2-packs are mostly just random boosters in a sense, just because they don't really have new parts, but the layers themselves look really nice. Like, this ODAX O2 layer, I love the black and the blue that blends with it, looks awesome. QR code if you want to scan it. Vertical claw's nice for red, I actually kind of like that. Let's move on to the next one though, which is actually Surtr S2, because I have the layer right here. I love the design. Also, if you know the backstory, comment this in the comment section below for the specific avatar, because I feel like I have an idea, but I'm not too sure. Really love the design. It has brown around it, which is okay. Some blue eyes, and you can see some red. Kind of like it because it's sort of like 3 blades. It's kind of like Valtryek V2 in a way, but really nice. Then after you've got spread and a blue Quake, which is okay. So now let's assemble the two. We're on our last 2-pack, Istros and Gaiaon G2. Actually, well, no, I really like this 2-pack, and like I just said before, for what I describe as Hasbro 2-packs, what I love is that the Gaiaon G2 layer is golden. That's already like 10 stars. Oh, and for the other 2-pack, I give that 2-pack easily an 8 out of 10, just for the cool ODAX layer and really awesome design for Surtr. Actually, funny enough, it's kind of funny how sometimes you can switch the drivers and they actually match more of the bay than the actual ones they give, because with Surtr and ODAX, it has a blue driver for Surtr, and ODAX has like red claws, so maybe if you switch it, actually matches a little bit more. Regardless, as I am a little bit off topic, we've got Istros, which is stamina, and Gaiaon, which is attack. Awesome. So Istros has upper and survive. And then after Gaiaon's got, what is this, quarter and, let me see, Zephyr. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, D21, D21, TB01. So really cool. Let's take a look at this. So easily one of my favorite dual layers. Gaiaon G2, I love the golden layer. It reminds me of like the Korokoro magazine campaign, where like if you buy the magazine, you get like 1 layer or something like that. I remember that. I love this. I love this layer. Like, honest, I'm not even like joking or being sarcastic right now. I actually like this, and I don't really care too much for dual layers too. QR code, by the way. Wow. Rest of the parts, nothing really else special to say. Yeah, Fusion. This was Fusion. I said Zephyr. That's my mistake. All right. Well, thank you, comment section, for now notifying me 50 times after I corrected myself in the video. So now let's move on to the next one, which is Istros I2. So I'm gonna be honest right now, this is actually my favorite Hasbro exclusive layer. I love the middle. The middle looks like such an awesome design. I love the blend of orange and everything. I think it's supposed to be like this because the eyes are right here. My favorite layer. And I am curious on the background for Istros and Surtr, so comment it and I'll look at it. I love it. Really awesome. So then after you got Upper, and then after Survive. So nothing really too crazy with this. QR code needs to already show it. So out of all the 2-packs, probably this is my favorite one. If the other one's an 8 out of 10, this one is an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's pretty fair. My thoughts on these current wave of 2-packs that Hasbro has brought out to us. So what we got the Orpheus one, and we got some of the singles. I think they are in the step for the right direction. I do hope that maybe we see parts that we did want to see, because I don't want it to be like where it's, you know, it's these bays and we wanted to see the specific part but they didn't do it. Like regardless, I think the quality for the layers is great, which is always something nice, because at least like if maybe the parts aren't anything special, you know, we can reuse and repurpose that layer. So yeah, that's more or less my thoughts on this. I am curious on what your thoughts are. I know a lot of it might be directed towards the Old Gen Beys, but I don't know. So what we're going to be doing now is we'll do it up to 3 points. It's going to be 2-packs battling against each other. So Surtr against Gaiaon, ODAX against Istros, and Dragoon against Dranzer. Dranzer. I said Dranzer by accident. I'm so sorry. Dranzer. And we'll go up to 3 points each. We'll do it in the big stadium, and I'll be using my Hasbro sword launcher because funny enough, actually, a lot of people have pointed out how I keep on using it, and it's actually just because I love it. It's very comfortable. I get powerful launches out of it, so yeah. ODAX against Surtr. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. All right, come on, Surtr. It's a few really strong hits. Wow. I'm actually really surprised. Wow! Surtr against ODAX. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Alright, come on, Surtr. Ooh! Look at Surtr! Surtr is actually wild. It bounced off the walls, then hit ODAX. You know, Surtr's gonna really be good. Wow. It's actually a really good layer. I'm surprised. It went around in a circle pattern, a few hits, and it's really... The slopes didn't actually move. Never mind. Well, it did get hits either way, so we'll 0 to 1. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Oh, burst finish, and that was a direct hit too. All right, 2 to 1. So, get ready. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Using the wall to my advantage. I don't know if I can beat it. So if I don't get those hits in at the start. Ooh. Okay, the hits around. Around, a few hits, pushing against Gaiaon. Actually, surprisingly, Gaiaon didn't go too crazy. Okay, it's pushing against Gaiaon a little bit. Okay, it's going around, a few more hits. Probably just gonna get a survivor. Okay, if we're gonna get another, if it's gonna be another survivor, then after 2 points, then we'll just move on. So, Istros, let's move on to the next round. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Alright, so after this, we're probably just gonna move on to the next 2-pack. Oh, actually, giving actually good hits against Gaiaon. I think Istros is probably just good for being a tank. That's what I can tell from the design of it. I mean, it looks nice, but like, that's what I can guess. And they give it a stamina combo, so... Yeah. So, Gaiaon's a tank, Surtr's good with attack, and yeah, no, Dragoon's probably gonna do well. I hope it doesn't burst too quickly when we move on to it. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next 2-pack, which is Dranzer and Dragoon. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Ah, I'm giving hits! Yeah, it's moving away, so like, I need to try to attack it, but it's kind of hard. That groove is slowing me down a bit. I'm actually gonna win? Am I? I'm not, but I want to see how much I could push it. Alright, 0 to 1, survivor finish. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! That's the Dragoon, I know! Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get all of the 2-packs. We're going to do a royale with them. I don't know, maybe Surtr will probably win since it looks like the toughest one, but let's get started. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. So we got that. And lastly, all right, who's gonna get it? It's in a oh, that's Istros. Beys are stopping, and even though it's launched a little bit late, Surtr S2 is our champion for the first round. I can't believe this. All right, we're gonna try this a few more times to see who can win. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Next Bey. Got ODAX, and we got Dranzer. All right, looks like, whoa! And now it looks like it's Gaiaon against Surtr, I guess. The last 2 standing that were launched a little late, but here in the Zankye channel, it don't matter if it's a late launch. All that matters is that Gaiaon G2 wins, because it's a golden layer, and I actually like that. So Gaiaon G2 is our champion for this one. You know, it came in late to the party just to show how cool it is. All right, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Let it rip. All right, Surtr S2, you don't want to come in? Well, too bad, because now we go, whoa! Look at all these Beys, incredible! Look, I can't believe it in my own eyes, but don't think that whoa! So let's keep the part, oh, okay. So the one Bey for Old Gen that I pick on the most, Dragoon, has won that round, even though not really, we're just having fun right now. I just like doing these royales. All right, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Okay, let it rip. Whoa, I got knocked out, buddy. But you know what didn't? Surtr S2. Can you, okay. Whoa! Surtr, no! The best Bey left me in my time of need. All right, so we're going to do one more round, but what I want to actually do is because Surtr S2 seems to be really strong and Istros seems to be a really good tank, we'll save a last battle between the 2 exclusives. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. All right, come on, Surtr. Yes, look at Surtr is really strong. Burst fin, okay. Even though I couldn't really see it, it did hit the wall, but still, it's pretty awesome. I want to do one more round. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Oh, come on. Oh! I actually felt that hit. Surtr S2 for best Hasbro Bey? What? Whoa. Surtr S2 is like the Archer Hercules of Hasbro. Because Archer Hercules is really powerful? That's kind of like what Surtr S2 is. Wow. Alright. Overall thoughts, like I said before again, overall, I think if they continue with what they're doing, we could get really good 2-packs. Are there any more 2-packs that we know are that are left or no? I don't think there is. No, not now. So hopefully for the future, I'm guessing probably might see Switch Strike 2-packs, because I remember in the app that there are a lot of exclusive Switch Strikes that weren't elementals, so who knows? Like I said before, tell me who you think is the best 2-pack and the best Bey. I'm curious to know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. I finally understand what the S2 means in Surtr. It means strongest. Now, that was a little joke, but I honestly do think that Surtr is probably going to do really well against Switch Strike. If this video gets past, let's say, 200 likes, I'll do a video dedicated to Surtr against Switch Strike. I think it's going to destroy it. Don't want to repeat myself, but what I do want you to repeat to do is smash that like button to show your support. Subscribe if you haven't already for more awesome burst content, reviews, battles, giveaways, app stuff, anything that's Beyblade related, because we make sure to do it. And as always, have an awesome and amazing burst-filled day.